Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Allison Wallace. I'm from Newburyport, Massachusetts.
And we just saw Wal-Mart, the high cost of the high cost of low prices. What did you think?
I thought it was powerful, and I think that everyone should see it.
Yeah, it was shocking. Some of the statistics in it, isn't it? How much we pay?
It affects so many more people than I actually thought there. You know.
Yeah. And how much we actually pay?
From manufacturing, the people that are manufacturing the goods, right down to the saloon, whose businesses have closed because of it.
Yeah.
It covers a broad spectrum of people.
And you encourage anyone watching this to go out and see the movie?
Yes, you've got to see this movie.
It is important.
Got to.
Thank you. What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Charles McCarthy, and I'm from Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Okay, and we just saw Wal-Mart, the high cost of low prices. What did you think of the movie?
Well, I thought the movie was great.
Yeah.
I really took in an appreciation for the destruction that Wal-Mart does
and the scope
to
of it. Yeah.
How it can destroy all these small businesses. And then I knew some of the anti-labor activities.
Practices, okay.
I read about those before, and how they keep the pay down for their people.
Union busting,
but
profiling,
I didn't realize
and harassing
that,
people.
The extent of forcing their employees to take part of, to rely on
government
assistance
and working off the clock.
And still working full time.
Yeah, and then forcing them to work off the clock, too.
And then forcing, yes, I had read about that.
Oh, you had?
Yes. But I didn't realize the extent of it.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie.
I didn't know that they engaged in so much zoning busting
or corruption at the local level.
Community planning busting. I thought they always just bought 2 acres of land outside the city and built their stores. I thought that was their process of.
But they threaten these cities. If you don't move it, if you don't let us come in the way we want to, we're going to come in anyway. Well, thank you very much for speaking to me.
Well, you're welcome.
And would you recommend the movie to anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Especially anybody who shops at Wal-Mart? Especially anybody who shops at Wal-Mart?
Yes, anybody who shops at Wal-Mart. I know that I read in the past how they beat people up. There was a long article, I believe it was in The Nation.
Okay.
I believe it was the Classic Pickle Company.
Oh, okay.
And how they had given Walmart a deal one year on a 3-pound or 5-pound jar of pickles.
Yeah.
And then the next year, Walmart insisted on the same deal, but wanted the pickles at 10 cents a jar cheaper, or 25 cents a jar cheaper, or something like that. And that was not a good year for pickles. Not a good year for cucumbers.
They couldn't afford to deliver
They couldn't afford
price.
to do it, and they drove them into bankruptcy. And that's the kind of wonderful folks Walmart is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for speaking to me.
You're welcome.
And thanks for coming out. Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Dan and I'm from Groveland, Massachusetts.
And we just saw Wal-Mart, the high cost and low prices. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was an accurate portrayal of what I've seen in towns all over New England. And it's great to see that the truth is being reported.
It's being reported. And would you encourage anyone to go out and see the movie themselves?
Absolutely. It's a great movie. I'd check it out.
Thank you. Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Pat from West Newbury.
And I'm Michael from West Newbury, and we live together.
That's fine with me. And we just saw Wal-Mart, the high cost of low prices. What did you guys think?
It was powerful, but it was too long. It should have been edited better. It would have more power.
Okay.
But I think it just shows how unconscionable it is not to have a living wage for everyone.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the main things I came away with.
What did you think?
The main thing that I was impressed with was the degree to which the taxpayers subsidize Walmart.
The low prices we pay on the back
And
end.
anyway, even
Right.
those of us who refuse to go to Walmart are still paying for it. Because those people can't afford health care, they can't afford adequate nutrition for their children, they're eligible for WIC, they're eligible for women's and infant children, they're eligible for
Direct government subsidies.
sometimes even welfare because their wages
And
are
also
so
telling
low.
them to use the welfare system.
I know, it's so reprehensible.
Right. So we're actually paying them. The taxpayers are paying those workers as well as Walmart's paying them a
Whenever
little
the
bit.
city government gives them a company money to come in, that's us paying it. Whether it's to
That's
build
our
a
money.
stadium or to let
Right.
some commercial establishment.
I think people wouldn't shop there if people were more educated about the
What's
degree to
going
which
on.
they abuse their workers. When you buy things from Walmart, where did they come from? They came from sweatshops in China and other countries where workers are working in horrible conditions. It's the only way they can make those products so cheaply.
Yeah.
Buy them.
It'd be great if some place could have a boycott of a Walmart store, if woman moves from Inglewood, from the south.
Yeah, Inglewood and
South.
it was Arizona and it was Chandler, Arizona and
Right,
Inglewood,
Chandler,
California.
But if they get a boycott, to sort of knock them where they count, where they count their bottom line.
Yeah.
If they weren't selling anything for a week, that would be fantastic.
Thank you very much for speaking to me tonight.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks for doing this.
Okay.
No problem.